Hey, hey, it's the Lotus 79 on iRacing. This is the Spear, and this is a last-second decision to do this race. Oh my goodness. As you can see, it's at Suzuka. I have never really been able to figure out this track, so, oh my goodness. I wanted to do more practice, but they had this race going on right now, so I said, hey, I'm going to get in it. So, oh boy. Let's see what happens. We are ready to go. Oh, and we are going right now. No waiting. Starting P10 on the grid, car number 12. People didn't qualify behind me. They think they're going to get by because they didn't qualify. If you wanted to get by, you should have qualified. That's how it goes. None of the guys behind me bothered to qualify. So I'm not letting them through easily. You know me, I'm always letting people through. Hey, easy peasy, because you're faster than me, but you didn't qualify, so you don't get through. Let's just hope that there's no argy-bargy coming through, because that's the real fear, being in the pack on lap 1. Cold tires, things happening. Ooh, that's very slow, isn't it? That's alright, the guy's right in front of me. I mean, there's nothing to do here. Ooh. It's a bunch of fast guys, and me and Lauren. Cars number 12 and 13. Oh, this is the best guys here. They're using this race as a warm-up. This is race 1 of the week, and they use this to warm up and to perfect their setups for the more important races on the weekend. This one's Thursday afternoon, so we'll see what happens. I had a few laps in the with the setup. I hope I picked the right amount of fuel and the right tire pressures. I can't guarantee that I did, but I hope I did. I mean, you never know. I might have. Alright, 1 lap in the books out of 23. I believe I have enough fuel for the race. Can't guarantee it, but I think I do. Hey, why am I catching up with Dario here? That's not the way life is normally supposed to be. Well, I can't shake those guys behind, so sooner or later they're gonna. No. Yeah, see, here's where I lose Dario, and then the guys behind get anxious and come through. Dang it. Oh boy. We can just hold on here. Hold on as long as we can to P10. Here goes Spoon. Pablo, Brennan, and Lauren behind. Dario, you remember him? He was in my Watkins Glen races. Finished ahead of us. Both races. More on the Apex Spear, oh boy. Whew.
1 minute 52.772.
Alright, so far so good. Can't complain about this, can we? Nope. Oh boy, we're yeah. Okay, we can complain about this. Yeah, I knew that was coming. We were losing it on the entrance. I was oversteering, so I had to get out of the oversteer and... Ooh. That's alright. That's alright. Well, now it's going to be me trying to get by these two instead of those two trying to get by me. There's a little gap where I was, right between Dario and Pablo. And they didn't seem to be able to get by me, so hopefully I can get up with them. Won't hold me to it. Now, I'm not sure what the car, if there's any kind of damage or anything. But as you can see, I'm down over 3.5 seconds this lap. It's unfortunate. I put the Delta on. I did make some changes to the to iRacing, the program itself. I put the Delta on. I do have some radio capabilities. I normally keep it all off and all the messages off, all the chat messages. But I put on race control. There's nobody in race control. Although I guess somebody could go in there from iRacing. And admins. And I made a team channel in case I ever do any team racing. So I can listen to some channels, but I want to keep it as quiet as possible. Some people just chatter so much. Although it's odd that I'm making these videos and I'm talking the entire race, but... Alright. But I don't want to listen to two people arguing about something or getting in a fight. One of the reasons I'm not on Twitch very much is because, you know, it's very distracting to interact with chat and stuff during the races. The people who do it, it's pretty impressive. I mean, you know, if you can read chat and have conversations and try to race hard and do a good job, that's quite a skill set. All right, so it looks like we're not going to have any problem with Lauren behind, but I would really like to catch up with those guys, get that time back that I lost. Oh, they've all got the draft off each other, so unless I can get up there into it.
1:52.097.
Pablo's right where I was, right behind Dario. Turn one's a little hairy. Really, I did not get enough practice in this. Normally I do much more practice. Well, normally I never race on the Thursdays. The Thursday afternoon races, I'm supposed to be working. Got the day off though, so here I am. I was actually signed up for the IndyCar race. It went off a half hour before this, but not enough people showed up, and it did not go official. And then I saw this one, and I was like, oh, hey.
Very slow on the right.
Pablo! Pablo! Pablo is not going to be happy to be behind me. Now, I don't know what happened there. If he just went off on his own, or if there was some argy-bargy. If he has damage, no one knows. Sure, we'll see him at the end. No offense to Pablo, but I'm kind of hoping he has a little bit of damage so he doesn't catch up to me and pass me. But I fear he just probably just hit the curb up there. You hit the curb in Degner 2 and it'll shoot you under the bridge under there, so he's probably alright. Now to try to chase down Brennan. What time's Brennan doing, I wonder? Nobody knows. There's a way to see that kind of stuff. Of course, you have to pay for it. And you really don't want too much information while racing. But you do want some. It would be nice to get times of drivers ahead or behind or something. You know, like a pit board. You drive by the pits. Oh, I'd love to see that. To have just a manual pit board come out. Some hand come out from the pit wall. Can show you some information. Distance, not distance to car ahead, but lap time of car ahead. Although, you know what? I guess they probably do mostly just show distances and stuff, but they show different things. Whatever people might want. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, look at that delta. Just, yeah. Pablo's gonna get my draft. So I guess the relative is pretty much the pit board. You know, that I can see how far people are ahead and behind. Man, turn one is going to be the death of me. Pablo's back there. He's probably saying, that Spear, he's going to go off in T1. Sooner or later, he knows it's going to happen. He's probably just hoping it's sooner. Nope, I'm wide again. Yeah. Man, I just cannot get it going good through those S's. The tires are just not... They're not where I want them. Because normally I do... Look at that. Look at the time. I'm down 2 seconds this lap. Normally I've got time to do a lot of practice laps and check the pressures and see what I'm getting out of them. And now it's pretty sunny. It was cloudy during my one and only practice session. I only got a little bit of time in. I made some small adjustments, but really would have wanted more time. Decent optimal. Alright. Yeah, 54.3, that's no good. Alright, so we'll just break earlier in T1. So hard to get up this. There's just been that one of all that we could have seen. There was just that one incident between Dario and Pablo, or maybe it was just Pablo, but Pablo was right on Dario, so could have been both together. Haven't seen any other yellow flags. Nobody in the pits. Like I said, these are the best guys up in the top. Well, without Gurno. But People do a lot of tuning and testing in this race. That makes it difficult for any mere mortal to ever win one of these races, because there's always a bunch of great guys driving. If there's a race, you know some of them are going to be in it. Anytime, anywhere. Always the same guys at the top. Alright, well, Pablo's pulled out a little bit, but not very much, so
1 minute 52.
we can just stick within a couple seconds. Maybe he has another problem in the Degners and dream a little bit. Whew. That little break from the Degners under the bridge gives me time to look at the relative. I'm looking at the relative thinking, well, it's not moving much, is it? I checked out all the 4 cars I can see. Dario, Brennan, Pablo, Warren. I was thinking about covering up my name and replacing it with a little tag that said TheSpearSTL. Not to cover up my name, but you know, so you know, I mean it's in yellow, so I guess that's clear that it's me, but I thought it would be cool if it said TheSpearSTL and maybe my logo in there. Let me know what you think about that. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Although I guess, I don't know. Maybe just Spear. Whew. iRacing doesn't let you do that by default, but in leagues you can do it. If the league will let you do it. You can do it in leagues. Just certain leagues will have nicknames and stuff. Some won't. Man, I gotta do better through here. It just feels like the tires are sliding too much. That's what it feels like. And I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. If they're not in the right pressure, am I going just trying to go too fast? Am I going too slow? I'm not creating enough downforce? That happens sometimes. I mean, these cars, they need to be going to create the downforce from the ground effects. Yeah, we've lost Pablo now with this slow lap. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. I'm still trying to figure out this car. It feels like there's always a time where I'm doing well, but then, for whatever reason, it just slows down. Steve less than a minute behind. Appears I have more than enough fuel. Too much, as a matter of fact. But when I'm on the grid and I'm adding and subtracting fuel, I'm like, I'm on the grid. I don't have time to test this, so let's make sure we have a reserve in there just in case. I mean, not that it really matters, but you never know. The one race I'm going to have to jump in and do a splash and dash is the one race where I'm going to be like P6 or something ridiculous like that. Hey, it could happen. Well, I finished, I don't know where I finished the last time out, but a little more argy-bargy and I would have been P6. Which in a Lotus 79 race would be amazing. Oh, come on. No. I had a choice. Continue to slide and try to save it, or just stop it. At this point it was just stop it. The spoon is not one of my favorites. I much prefer a fork. Although, now don't get angry with this. I've been eating, what have I been eating? I've been eating pizza rolls lately with chopsticks. Wait, chopsticks and pizza rolls are just perfect. Because, I mean, what can you eat a pizza roll with? And I don't want to use my fingers because it gets really greasy. Pizza rolls are greasy. You don't want to use your fingers. And if you use a fork, when you pierce them, the fillings come out. So really, chopsticks are the best for pizza rolls. I'm not too sure I should be eating pizza rolls because they really do not seem to be good for me. I've had a lot of stomach issues and it's probably not the best thing for me to be eating. But the doctor did say I need to try new foods and see what I can eat and what I can tolerate. I don't think I'll be buying any more pizza rolls, but I have enjoyed them. I guess. Sometimes I do get some stomach pains from them. But that's on the subject of spoon, the turn. And I prefer forks, but then chopsticks for eating pizza rolls. And yes, before you ask, I did spend a lot of time in Asia in my earlier years, so there. All right. We actually had tickets to go to, we were going to go to Malaysia to see, what year was that? To see Formula 1, 2003? But that was right around SARS. And my friends, well, we canceled the trip and they went home. I stayed out there. I didn't go to the GP, but I did stay out there. They went back to England because they're like, no, we're getting out of here. Which you can't blame them. I mean, if I was over there now, I would have been out there a long time ago. But yeah, all right. Guess we're probably never going to get that track in iRacing. Since it's no longer on the F1 calendar. Dang it, I hate that. I wish iRacing would do more tracks. I'd love to see that track. Oh, Lauren behind us crashed or something. I just want so many more tracks. And Malaysia, the Formula 1 track, yeah, it's a big famous track. I mean, it's not in Formula 1 anymore, but it is worth scanning. Do they race GT cars on it? GTEs, GT3s? Because that's what most of the iRacing base is either doing ovals, American ovals, or the GTE kind of things. So tracks kind of have to be one of those two. Is Lauren still going? He didn't tow. He's not in the pits, so. No. Oh yeah. I guess he did tow. I don't know where he is. Where is he? Is he just sitting down here? No, don't be sitting down here, Lauren. Yeah, he's just sitting there. No, that's not where you want to be. Well, I guess he was letting everybody go by, but... But I guess you can't blame him. You can't let anybody go by on these S's. I mean... If you're behind somebody in the S's... Yeah, it's just best just to wait. Because it is not safe even if you think you can. You never know when something's going to happen. Alright, so we're really getting left out here now. I needed more practice. I knew I needed more practice and this was a mistake, but I'm using this as practice. We'll get in a bunch of races. And next week is week 13, so there's no iRacing next week. So I figured as far as videos go, I'll need to have, you know, a couple extra to hold me over for the week. Although we do have a lot of ATS lined up. And Bus Sim. ATS just announced that they've got a new beta out. They've got a new sound system they're putting in. And you can roll down the windows. That'll be interesting. I think I might just ride with the window down. I think that would be great. I love hearing the outside sounds. So I think I would really like to ride with the window down. Pretty much all the time. Why would I ever put it up? Even in the rain. Just love to be inundated with outside noises and sights. That's what makes that game so great. All the things you can see and hear. But yeah, so I'll have to do something about that. And it's going to break all my mods. Well, not all my... Yeah, probably a lot of my mods. Because it affects every sound in the game, so... I've got some mod sounds. Some sound mods. I have been getting rid of mods. Using less and less mods. So it should be easier this time. Been watching some farm sim. People do farming sim. It was just free on the Epic Store. Interesting little game. But boy, that's heavily modded too. People use mods like crazy. I'm like, I just need to see the base game so I know how to play, but people are using all these mods, so I never learned how to play. I'm like, well, that doesn't look like what I got. And sure enough, it's because they got so many mods. I mean, I watch some of these people, they have hundreds and hundreds of mods. Like, I can't do that. Alright. Well, P12 is not at all what I had in mind. Especially considering where we were running before that off. Then we got ahead of Pablo again and couldn't keep it together on the S's. I really thought I could get ahead of Brennan and stay ahead of Brennan. Frankly, when he was doing practice earlier, he was doing he was doing the same time. Actually, I was like a tenth faster. But, I mean, it was only after like 2 or 3 laps by me. So I figured, well, hey, this guy's been faster than him. I just started. But I guess I have had some and off and some 54s. So, I don't know, does all those seconds add up to 20 seconds? Dang, that's a lot of time. Maybe he found some more time. He found some time and I lost some time. Almost got Ben Summers to do this. He might be in it this weekend. He's also faster than me, unfortunately. You might remember Ben, if you're a regular watcher of the stream. Ben and I did some endurance races together. In the LMP1 and one in the GT3. I think we did one in the Lotus 79 as well, but that was, I think, some kind of charity event. Lauren has disappeared again from behind. Oh, he's in the pits now. Purple Sector 5. Actually, Spoon did seem particularly sweet that last time. But I'll never be able to repeat it. No! Yeah, okay.
1:52.
I'm just going to call this as 6 to go. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're not getting to go that final lap. Because we're not suddenly going to get a burst of speed to stay up with Steve. Would not be surprised to see Steve. I don't know. See, now I can't see the top. You guys can see the top of the standings in the upper right there. You can see Steve's last lap time. And I'm sure it's below 150. But how far below is the question? 49? 48? Let's get rid of a lot of fuel. It might be in the 47s. We've been burning off fuel. It might be in the 47s. Maybe 48s. I'll say 48s. But yeah, I can't see that. See, that's the kind of thing, I don't want to be able to see that because, you know, when you're driving a car, you don't have access to that information. Although you could call your team on the radio and ask it, I guess, but it's not important to know that. I gotta focus on driving, which I haven't been doing a really good job of, but what are you gonna do? Boy, I wish they had this without these chicanes, just to straight on, but they changed that when they tore up the old track that was just straight onto the straight. They tore it up, so you can't even you couldn't scan it to put it in. That was long before iRacing became a thing. Boy, I wish iRacing would recreate that kind of stuff. Like Imola, the last turn at Imola, it's different now. I saw so many great races on TV at Imola featuring that last turn, and it's different. Ugh. Man, I can't believe how few incidents there have been. When we're doing the Muppet montage at the end of the race, I fear it's just going to be a bunch of people running in the grass and stuff, just barely clipping it with a tire. That's how little I think there's going to be on the incident report. So that'd be me going off track twice. Can you believe that was an off track? Rewind the video. I don't know. You get off track, you're supposed to put half your car over the white line. Thinking it was close, but I don't think it was the entire half. Maybe. So you never know. Potentially was, but they could also have made a mistake on their drawing the line on when a off track is. 5 to go, but that's really 4 to go. Now it is possible that after Steve passes me, And if I'm able to keep ahead of Nicola until the end, which is possible. It is possible Steve would let me have the position back at the end, but unlikely because he used to be far ahead of me. Because I am Poby Spear. No Speedy Spear this week. Really, I don't know if I'm going to run all 4 races. I am going to adjust the setups, see what I've been doing wrong in that front. Am I just going to be disappointed in my driving? I don't want to be disappointed, but I've never really done well here in Suzuka. I have more fun driving the other cars that are more responsive. It's just that the Lotus 79 in the corners, it's just, it doesn't handle really the way I want. It's not as precise. I like the cars that are really nimble and really precise and really do what you say when you say it. And this one just doesn't. Well, not for me at least. I mean, it does for other people, but not for me. And I'm holding Steve up something bad. But don't pass me, Steve. Please don't. Please don't. Alright. Sorry.
Left side. Clear. Good job.
Ooh, I had to send him a sorry message. That was all over the place there. If he had been closer to Nicola, rather than being 20 seconds ahead, if he had been closer, I would have let him go before the S's. Like, had it been 10 seconds, I would have let him go. But 20 seconds, I'm not going to be that generous. Whew. Alright. So it's a 22 lap race now. No, it's just, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do after the race. I'm going to look at my temperatures, look how much fuel I got, make some adjustments.
2 more.
And I don't know what to do then. Get some more practice.
1 minute.
Is practice going to help me?
3, 2.
You know, there are certain tracks where you're just not as... Well, actually, if you look at it, relatively speaking, this is a somewhat decent track for me now that I think about it. I wasn't lapped until 3 to go. So, relatively speaking, I'm probably closer to the top here than I am at some other tracks, now that I think about it. I'll do some math. It just doesn't feel good. People say they like driving Suzuka, but it just doesn't feel good for me. I don't know why. And the Nordschleife, that feels great. I love driving that in anything. I mean, I love it. And some people are just like, oh no, it's terrible. But I really like it. So, we've all got tracks we feel good at and tracks we feel bad at. And corners we just, for the life of me, cannot get the handle of. Oh! Hey, you made it this far in the video. Congratulations on that. Did I mention Patreon? There's a link below for Patreon. You can become a patron and help support the channel. Well, that's what you do when you're a content creator. There are different levels.
One more time,
I've got
buddy,
some
one more time. Straight.
patron exclusive videos for some of it. I've got early access for some of the videos. Like I said, I've got a bunch of ATS already made, ready to go.
2.6.
You can be watching them now. So check that out if you want. Completely voluntary. I know things are tight. That's what I always feel bad. Things are always tight for me. So I try to do what I can to help out other people. I can't support people financially. So what I'm known for on Twitch is I make a lot of clips. I get people funny clips. They go into the clip montages. People see them. Hopefully that probably drums up people come to your channel and watch because they've seen your clip. Stuff like that. And you can tweet it out. So I try to be helpful when I watch a channel. I try to do what I can. I can't if I can't support them financially. I do what I can. I try to keep conversations going. Talk to people, make clips, try not to be a troublemaker. I don't know how that got started, but yeah, that's what I do. So if you want, there's a Patreon. That would be cool. So I don't think Steve's gonna let me back by. No! That's alright, he's way up the road. Okay. Oh, he is! I can't believe it! Is he slowing down for me? Oh, that Steve's a good guy.
Heads up.
Cheers, Steve.
Pit road, my man. I'll be coming soon. Keep coming.
See, I told you I thought he'd do that. Hopefully he really did that and just didn't slow down on fuel or something. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, no, okay. He's speeding back up. Man, I got worried. He was going to be caught by a nickel, but no, he's just letting me by. Yeah, see? This is the Lotus 79 for you. These are really a good group of guys. If you're looking for a car to race, I mean, this is a difficult one. Don't get me wrong. This is a very hard one to drive. And if you're looking for a good group of guys and a fun car to drive, it's a lot of fun. It's difficult but fun. Check this out. The Lotus 79. You don't have to be, as fast as those guys. You can be as fast as me. But I do request that you be safe. You not be crazy. You've seen Formula One videos of mine. Don't drive like them. Don't be crazy. Don't wreck other people. Be predictable. You watch how I drive. People come up to pass me. I get out of the way and they pass me. So if you do come here, be a nice guy. And it's so much fun. It is so much fun. There's racing for everybody. There's always somebody to race. You got your super fast guys. Look at 9, 10, and 11 ahead of me. They're all close to each other. We were all close to that thing out, then I spun out. Unfortunately. But even if you're really slow, did you see how slow Lauren was? And he got lapped and wrecked and passed. I'm slow. Look how slow I am. I still race. So it's not really a measure of speed. It's, are you a good racer? You can follow the rules and be a gentleman or lady and have a good time. This is really a lot of fun to drive, and I recommend it. That's why I'm here, because it's so much fun, and this is a good group of guys. Sometimes you race with people and you're like, these guys aren't very friendly, but this is a good group. And even though I did very poorly, I'm not going to pull around because I want to check my fuel.
Sorry about that, bud.
Normally I do that extra lap.
Everything you needed to do today, we let you down again.
I pull into the pits, but I want to check my fuel and my tires, so I'm not going to do that. P12. That's very disappointing, especially because I was P10 for that time right behind Dario, and I think I should have finished there. But things happened. Things happened. Alright. Well, let's go and check out the Muppet montage. Oops, wrong button. Let's see. Here's the start. These guys are just all talking. Grant, Steve. Yeah. See, so yeah, that was a fun race. So this is zooming in on me, I guess. Oh, let's you know what? I can add in. I got this new camera. Let me load in the track and check out new camera angles. Who doesn't like new camera angles? Broadcast. Let's check this one out. Most of you people don't have broadcast and grandstand. Look at this. I can see it from the fans. You can see the fans down in the corner here. I can watch it from the grandstand or from a broadcast. Look at that. Broadcast just picks different angles. Oh, it's going to take my start from my nose. Cool. Or the grandstand. Let's do me from the grandstand at the start and see how this works. See, the guy behind me is much faster off the line, but he didn't qualify. He shouldn't have been behind me. So see, we're sitting in the grandstands watching this. All the way around the track, we'll be in the grandstands watching the racing. This is a good camera. I like it. Lovely, lovely. So here's me just hanging out. This is how it went. That, you know, once I got in there, I'm not giving this up. You guys didn't qualify. I'm sticking in here, staying in here. Dang, wish I could have stayed here. That would have been a lot of fun. And those guys behind me too, Brennan and Pablo, they were going back and forth too. They switched positions a couple times through the first few laps. So they had a lot of. What's this broadcast? Oh, this is from my nose. This is from my car. From the nose. Coming up into the hairpin, lap 1. This is cool. Oh, it switched to my, what is this, roll hoop? Yeah, this is kind of hard to see. It's kind of pointing, it's pointing too far down, I think. That's not a good one. But this broadcast one is just like you see it on TV. It cuts to different cameras, different views. That's really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the incidents. See what they were. Oh, it was just me hitting the grass. Oh no, that wasn't me. That was somebody else hitting the grass. Because I was like, I didn't get an incident point. Another guy hitting the grass. Yeah, see, there you go. Grass. Yeah, see, this is what it's going to be. Just a bunch of people driving in the grass. Oh. That's turn 1. Somebody went off in the lead. Who's number 8? Is that Simpkins? Yeah, Robert. Just hitting the curbs a little bit. Not a problem. Alessandro. A little wide in the Degners. Yep. I thought I was going to do that the entire race. Sergio. Up, spoon. That's what I did. The exact same thing. Yeah, broadcast uses the gearbox and nose a little bit too much. Number 10 is Dario. I don't know what happened there. Into spoon. Is this spear? Nope. Ow. John. A little short. Let's go back to grandstand. There's Sergio again into T1. I don't know what that was about. And that was it. So it didn't show all the incidents, my 2X. But that was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Steve already left. I was going to say thanks to Steve, but he already left. P12 is disappointing, especially after the start when I was sitting in P10. But it's kind of where I thought. Well, I really was hoping there'd be a little more argy-bargy. Nobody crashed out except the guy who was already behind me, and I was faster than him anyway. So in that respect, that was really disappointing because. Well, not that I wanted people to crash out, but you figure, hey, you know, it's a race. Some people are not going to make it to the end, but everybody did. And so, fair play to them. You know, you don't want anybody to crash out, but when you're at the back, you hope for some freebies. All right, P12, Suzuka. Had a good time. Hope for more. Join me next time. iRacing with the Spear in the Lotus 79 or Formula 1 or IndyCar. Who knows what I'll be in next time. Or, you know, some of these other videos you see here, or you can subscribe with the big S. Thanks for watching. Zoom, zoom.